The morning line in the fourth race on Friday at Churchill is backwards to me, and it starts by looking at the favorite, the 5, Enclosure. In a race with limited front end speed, she's shown the ability to win gate to wire in her last race, and that's where I want to start. She had a career top speed figure in that race. In that win at Ellis Park, she was coming in off of a maiden victory from Churchill Downs, and today has taken another step up against classier horses. And that's always a recipe for a horse to be overbet. The morning line's spot on, and this horse is going to take money. I should have probably said it's accurate as far as betting, but not correct for true probability. From a handicapping perspective, the 3, Sultry Lass, she's going to have a shot at running with the favorite early. And we look 2 races back and 4 races back where she ran early with the pace, although those were on off tracks. But all the way down here, November of last year, she ran up on the pace as well. In each of those races, we see she ended up fading and not winning any of the time she was up on the pace. With there being less early pressure, these 2 should probably try to be out front and looking to nurse the fractions. Who I say has the best shot at winning, though, is the 1, America's Vow. You have to cut through a lot of the ugly races to see why. So starting back here in December at Tampa, she breaks maiden, then goes to a stakes race and finishes 3rd, then takes another step up in a grade 2 at Gulfstream Park before being blown out. Tossed this May 3rd race at Churchill Downs on a sloppy track. June 1st, I'm going to eliminate 2 going a mile. She definitely wants 2 turns, and that's proven in her 2 performances that we saw at Tampa Bay. Then when she gets back to 2 turns here at Saratoga, we see she ends up winning the race by 3 lengths. And then last time out, draw another line straight through it. Grade 1 race, taking a massive shot that she had no chance in winning. If there's one thing I'm willing to say, she's the most battle-tested horse in this race. Now let's get all this off the screen real quick. I want to go back to the 2 wins. 2 races back, and then all the way down here from December of 2023. Where was she at positionally when she won? Well, you see in the maiden win, she was in 3rd, and then 2 races back at Saratoga, she was in 2nd. How many horses now are we expecting to be ahead of her in this race today? We know for sure the favorite can and probably will be, and we already talked about the 3 being able to put pressure on early as well. So we only have 2 horses that look to be faster than the 1 early. Positionally, we already know that this 1 can win from 3rd place or from 2nd place. She's going to have the positional setup needed for her to win in here. And then when you look at the 2, she likes to sit back early in races, as well as the 4, who has no problem letting everybody go early and trying to make a bid late. The only other horse in here is going to be the 6, and she's just not as quick as the 1 early to be ahead of her. 3-1, I think is going to be an absolute gift on this 1 horse. And when taking into account the spring at Churchill Downs, the dirt routes were won by stalkers 53% of the time. Enclosure looks to be about as vulnerable as they get if racing from the lead. Add in the fact that horses coming off 2 wins repeat about 20% of the time. That stat alone is going to make Enclosure a 4-1 shot to break even. So you have to ask yourself, at 6-5 or less, is the probability right for Enclosure to win again, moving up in class and off a career best race? I say no. I'll go with the 1 who has the best setup in this spot.